Halfling doors, hot off the press. Nice one. It's a good scale. Right, well, hi. I'm Johnny Fraser-Allen. I'm the conceptual designer behind the Reign of Arcane campaign currently on Kickstarter with Printable Scenery. We thought it would be fun to walk you through some of the conceptual decisions and thoughts that have gone into what you see here, and many more things that are on the Kickstarter campaign that we'll unlock. I guess we'll start with this guy. This is the Great Worm. This is the bonus item you already get just by pledging. For me, the conceptual design of this guy dates back to many years ago when I was a designer on Guillermo del Toro's Hobbit, and I pitched to him that Tom Waits should play Smaug because that's how I read it growing up, and Tom Waits is an amazing actor and an amazing voice. Though Guillermo already had his Smaug picked out, and we tried to find other ways to put Tom in the film. Many years later, working with Printable Scenery, I used the opportunity to try and create what my version of Tom Waits as a dragon would look like, which is this. And the reason why we've got a worm species of dragon is twofold, really, because one, dragons obviously are the staple of Dungeons and Dragons, and because of that, it's a pretty oversaturated market for them, and I wanted to create something for your table that you wouldn't necessarily have or you can't find out there. And also, thematically, I thought the idea of draining a dragon of his essence would be a really great way to harness magic, and I figured to make this tube of meat float in the air without wings, he'd have to have some kind of acidic bile brewing up in him to make him the big kind of like Chinese dragon tube kite, and what an interesting way to process that, almost cruelly like frogwa, to get the arcanical bile that has helped fuel and build this city of the future. For example, we have the great gates of the city having been built off the back of the magic they're draining from this dragon. Everything's really draconic themed. I've used different mediums like stone, steels and bronzes and oxidization of said metals to accent quite an interesting looking gate that tells the story of the city. The amazing thing about working with Printable Scenery is things that would take me maybe 3 months to sculpt, I can spend 3 days illustrating, and then they might spend 3 weeks sculpting digitally these buildings, these ramparts. So instead of just having a big massive rampart or gate, I can have the city express itself in its origins of the dragon in its architecture. For example, just the docking platforms for the airships on the side of these barracks. Why just do steel riveted beams when you can harken back to the evil Norse feeling of architecture that's gone into buildings of the past, but bring it into an idea of the future as forged steel instead of crafted wood? That was a lot of fun for me to approach. And of course, that's just scratching the surface, as you can see, of the massive world that we're building in this first step into a really large universe we're creating for you. For me personally, as a conceptual designer, it's been an opportunity to create a world from my own mind and my own heart. But all of that, of course, is academic without you, the backers that have come to help us fulfill this vision and continue its journey, and we thank you for that. And we look forward to seeing you at the end of this and for many campaigns to come. From Johnny and Matt and everyone at Printable Scenery, thanks again.